I call the member for Shellharbour.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, whilst I often speak about the amazing natural beauty of the Illawarra, it is really the wonderful people that make our region so special. Speaker, there is no better example of our true fighting spirit of the people of my electorate than Stacey Ann Chater from Horsley. On the 19th of November 2022, Stacey Ann's fit and healthy 23-year-old son Braden died of a deadly bacterial infection, meningococcal disease. Speaker, the story of Braden's death is truly tragic. In mid-November last year, he came home from footy saying he felt unwell. Unlike many people who get this disease, Braden did not have a rash, the usually, signs of the illness. So Stacey Ann gave her son some painkillers and she went to bed. While still unwell the next morning, Braden soldiered on and went to work, partied with his mates before going home because he was feeling sick, so he left. Speaker, that night Stacey Ann found her son unresponsive in his room and immediately called an ambulance. Braden was taken to hospital within 2 days of first feeling unwell. Doctors were telling Braden's family the harrowing news that he could not be saved. Along with Braden's devastated father, Ralph Chater, Stacey Ann went searching for answers. Essentially, how could this happen to a young and healthy man in a country like Australia? Speaker, meningococcus is transmitted via droplets of direct contact, and therefore this illness can impact anyone. Stacey Ann and Ralph assumed that most of us here that Braden would have been vaccinated against the illness while he was still at school, but that's not the case. In their search for answers, they soon discovered that whilst common strains of the disease are included in vaccines for school children, the strain that killed Braden, the B strain, is not currently included on the immunisation schedule. Speaker, this devastating news has led to Braden's family working closely with Meningitis Centre Australia to lobby members of this Parliament to ensure access to vaccines for additional strains of meningococcal. I had the pleasure of meeting with Stacey Ann last month, and as her local representative in this House, I am fully supportive of her quest to save the lives of people who would otherwise contract this horrible disease. Braden's family and his friends have fought through unimaginable grief this year to ensure that his death was not in vain, and that such a tragedy would not be felt by any more families. Unfortunately, 1 in 10 people that end up with this horrible disease will die, and 3 to 4 victims will have long-term health issues. Speaker, the Chater family are not only working hard to raise awareness of this disease, but they want to ensure that most people get vaccinated for all strains. Speaker, I thank the Chater family for their tireless efforts in letting us know the dangers of this disease and that our children are not currently vaccinated against all strains. And finally, the people whose lives are saved by Stacey Ann's advocacy will likely never know of her tenacious work. And I think that's a shame. So on their behalf, for all of them and their friends and their family, and especially the mums, I say thank you. Speaker, I also say a huge thank you to the wonderful staff at Meningitis Centre Australia for their tireless work in raising awareness for this deadly disease and for raising funds for research to ensure that no else has to go through the loss that the Chater family has experienced. I encourage everybody to sign the petition at meningitis.com.au and the B for Change for Braden. Speaker, I will be continuing to lobby my own government to ensure that this vaccination is placed on the New South Wales Register.
Thank you.